Hello, everyone. So this is like really crazy because I bet you wasn't expecting me to do the Business Plugs Mixer on a Tuesday, but I tried to bring this to you guys a few days ago, and we tried everything before I went to Africa to get Susan and I to tell you about what's going on in insurance. Because if you don't know, it is open enrollment in America.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
And so today I am bringing to you my girl, my ride or die, my business partner in crime.
Hello.
We are talking to you today about insurance, right? Because it's open enrollment period. And so go ahead and get your phones, get your notes, get ready to learn about insurance and how you can insure you and your family. So I want to introduce you to my girl. She's like I said, she's my ride or die in the business world. This is
Yes, we
Susan
are.
M. Freeman, the owner of Susan M. Freeman Enterprise. So Susan, thank you for joining us and tell us about yourself.
And Linda, thank you for having me. Okay, so as Linda said, I am Susan M. Freeman, CEO and owner of Susan M. Freeman Enterprise, which is a health insurance company.
Yes.
So I purchase and sell also the health, life, dental, any streams of medical insurance that you
Yes,
may need.
yes. And do that well, by the way. So, how long have you been doing Susan M. Freeman Enterprise?
Well, in 2011, almost as your story, we were both in the corporate world with one of the largest insurance companies, I'll say locally. And my job was eliminated. So at that time, I had been in insurance world about 19, 20 years. So I
Hmm.
decided to just jump out there on my own. I seen a need for the people who needed local help. And that's when I formed in 2011 Susan and Freeman Enterprise. So it's been 27 plus years being in this insurance world.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, right now, you see all the ads and people talk about Obamacare and Medicare and all the cares. So,
I like that.
so that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about who should have insurance and why.
Everyone deserves to have insurance if that's your choice, if you want. It's available out there. Some of the main things you want to look at is, your needs, your copays, or the benefits, the deductibles, your doctors, is your prescription drugs covered. So everyone, it's available out there. And that's whether it's Medicare, that's for our senior world, or if it's under 65, though, that's our individual world, like the marketplace. So
Yes, yes.
both is available.
Right. And so you can help with either one of those, right?
That's right. Yes, I can.
Yeah. So my mom, God rest my godmother's soul, but so my godmother was 92 years old.
Wow.
And at that age, they didn't understand. I mean, they knew insurance from back in the day, but they didn't really understand how insurance worked. In fact, that's how she became my godmother, is when I was working at that insurance company you talked about. I used to go over and help her explain her EOBs.
Oh,
She was like,
good for
"Honey, what
you.
is a BOM? What is a?"
It's very confusing.
It is
Good for you,
confusing.
Linda.
It was confusing for me, and I was working in insurance, and it was confusing.
Yeah.
And so, what I like about referring people to you, and especially my elders, is because you take the time to not just sell them a product. You look at their particular situation,
Yes.
and you help them to find the best situation for their own self. And it's not
Yeah.
like one plan fits everybody, right?
Yes, that's exactly right, Linda. It's about your well-being or your needs. I have had individuals or customers that say, my neighbor has this plan. I like the same one. So what I always like to do is just gather all their information, whether it's their doctors, their prescription drugs. I plug it into the system. And that information may not be, or that plan may not work for them as it did for their neighbor. And I
Right,
try to
right.
explain it.
'Cause there's a lot of parameters that go into determining the right plan. So it's not about just going and buying a plan. So you say you have insurance. It's about a plan that's going to fit you, your budget, and your lifestyle.
That's exactly right. Your whole entire well-being, because it's not a one size fits all. So
Absolutely.
it's so individualized and customized for each customer. And that's what I like to do. I have that personal one-on-one, local. It's about developing that partnership, that relationship, so just where that customer feels comfortable in calling you. Because a lot of times with the large insurance companies, what they get the voicemail or something
Mhm.
like that, or they get different people. They got to tell the story over and over and over again. That's what frustrates them so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. And I like the fact that you go take them to the store. I
Oh
said, look at
yeah.
you give that when you say personalized service, you do personalized service. Say, I gotta go pick up a prescription for Miss So and So. I gotta go take Miss So and So to the grocery store. And so you built relationships with your clients, and I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. And that's why I am very confident when I send somebody your way, is because I know they're going to be nurtured just like I would nurture them. Right. And so in doing this, so talk about these, because we talk about insurance, and I know you do life as well. And we see all the time where people are doing GoFundMe. GoFundMe has become the new insurance policy for people because they don't insure their loved ones, and they know that their loved ones are living in high risk, living their life high risk. We
Yes.
don't think about insuring them, and then we have to do a fish fry. We have to do a GoFundMe. We have to do all these things and ask all these people to help support us. So talk about that for me.
Okay, so that's basically, I think you're referring to the life insurance portion of it.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. That's it's a sad situation, but it does happen every day. So with life insurance, that too is not a one size fit all.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, if you can start as early as possible with life insurance. There's term life, there's whole life, there are so many different life insurances out there, in which I can help you with that as well. But it's just so necessary. And even if you can't afford life insurance now, at the funeral homes, you can also just pay on your life insurance,
Yeah.
because you don't
Yeah.
want to put that burden on everyone. But it is,
Yeah.
it's for
So
real.
they still, the funeral homes still have the pre-planned policies.
Yes, I do know a couple that do, of our local ones that does. Yes.
Okay, well, that's wonderful because when you're already, um, your nerves are already shot about your loved one deceased, being deceased, and then you have to have the honest burden of trying to find now how can I put this
Yes.
person away decently,
Yes.
and that can
I've
that
seen
can
it.
be, yeah, that just adds to the struggle. That just adds to it. I remember Ed. So my brother Ed, Lord rest his soul, Ed. I finally got him to sign the application. For years he wouldn't sign an insurance application.
Wow.
For years, I'm talking about, we fought, and I've talked and begged and did everything I could do. I did everything but forge his name. I did
That's
everything, but I finally got him to sign it almost 2 years ago.
wow.
And then when he died in June, he had actually had the policy a year and 5 months.
Wow.
So we
Wow.
were still in that 2 year determination period, right? And
Yes.
so what they did is they refunded what we had paid
Yeah.
plus 10%.
Yeah. So that's good. So you didn't lose everything, because that's why you want to get it as soon as possible. Your life insurance is your life.
Yeah.
So, just like you go out and eat every day, you need to have a life insurance. And the earlier the better. It's never too young, even with your young children and kids, and especially with our young high schoolers or middle schools. We would never think, well, they would die, early, but it does happen. So
It does happen.
very,
And
very,
it's, we
very,
pray they don't die. And
yeah.
Ed's premium was under $100 a month with all his different illnesses. It still was like $85 a month. And it was more than worth that because, he was getting older and slowing down, and things were happening. And I finally convinced him to do it. So I have heard the struggle of people who they don't believe in insurance, like Ed. I don't want that. I don't need that. You know, Insurance is for the people that live in. I ain't gonna care what you do with me, and
Yeah.
all those conversations. But for peace of mind, right? For peace of mind, they
Yeah.
should really, if you have an elder or someone who's not able to do or think clearly for themselves, or someone who's living a high risk life,
Yeah.
then you should want to go ahead and contact Susan and talk about what kind of life insurance policy that will fit your needs. Again, it's not a one size fit all, but it helps you in the time of burying your loved one respectfully.
Yes. And
Respectfully. Yeah, and health insurance, right? Because when you go, if you get sick or whatever, and we don't know, all people are dying who've never smoked or have cancer who've
yeah,
never smoked or did anything like that, but then they're coming up with cancer because sometimes it's on our DNA to have it, or sometimes it's the foods we eat, right? So there are other things that can happen, even though you may be healthy today.
yes.
The truth of the matter is, all of us are one crisis away from a permanent disability.
Sometimes we think it could never happen to me, but it
Yeah,
could happen to you.
yeah,
So, it just takes one incident to wipe you out totally, one catastrophic incident,
yeah.
by going in the hospital, all of the different tests, staying overnight, maybe days at a time, that runs up in the thousands and thousands of dollars. So
Absolutely,
your life
absolutely.
is worth it.
Yeah, I was I was in the hospital for like 12 hours and I don't even want to see that bill because I know I know that bill is going to be, and I'm surprised it didn't beat me home because usually it beats you home. but
Yeah, that's true.
but I was ill, and they were putting fluids in me because I had a traveler's issue. I had a traveler's issue when I went to I traveled to Africa, and on my way back I got ill. But it pays to have insurance to help you because I didn't. I was going through job loss a second time in the last 6 years, and my insurance was not paying, so I had to pay for my drugs.
Wow.
Like I had to send a paper claim in just this morning, but I had to pay for my drugs, and that was like $70.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big chunk of cheese. That's almost as much as a premium, right?
Yes,
I'm
true.
like, yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this is not going to work for me. I'm going to have to get my Cobra back, and that's what I did. Got it reinstated, and now I had to send, like I said, the paper claim off this morning. But because we don't know, because accidents happen, because illnesses happen. It's flu season, and people get sick, and the sniffles, and people are contagious in the workplace or out when you're in the mall or at the store. You could run across just about anything, right?
Yes.
And so having that insurance. So what does that process look like when somebody contact you? What does that look like?
Okay, so what usually happen if you contact me, and I'll give you all that information in a little bit. We meet one on one. I can come to you, or meet you somewhere at a coffee shop. It's just to your liking. Most of my customers love the idea where I can still have my house coat on and my pajamas on. You can come to my house. I don't have to leave the house. So that's the great thing about it. And actually, we're right smack in the middle, almost to the end of two open enrollments that's going on right now.
That's why I really, and that right there was why I really wanted to have this live with you, because I know it's open enrollment period. So some people are running out of time to
Yes.
get coverage, right? Because
Yeah.
after the window closes on a couple of those plans, then it's over until next year.
Yes.
So trying to get people to understand. So talk about the two enrollment periods that are going on right now.
Okay, so right now we have the Medicare open enrollment that started October the 15th and it would end December the 7th. That's for all of the individuals and beneficiaries that are on Medicare, or maybe you're turning 65. You're getting ready to age in. Maybe you're not 65 now, but this is a good time, especially if you're in your late 60s, where you just want that information. The
Right.
next one is the what we call the marketplace individual. Those are for individuals that are not on Medicare. Now that started November the 1st and it will end December the 15th. So
Mm.
you have a variety to make your selections right now. And I'm licensed in Tennessee and Georgia. So if I have both after I listen, I will be happy, to help you with both.
Absolutely. So if you live in the state of Georgia or in the state of Tennessee, she's licensed to write policies in both places. And that's a good thing because
And it's
Chattanooga is
no
right on
charge,
the cusp.
Linda. I wanted to mention it's no charge for me to come to you. The insurance companies pay me, so you don't have to worry about paying someone to come to you. It is no charge for me to discuss, do the work for you to help you meet your needs.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's real good stuff. Because a lot of times people think, well, I don't have no money to pay on
Yeah,
no insurance. But it depends on their situation. They may have supplements that, I mean, they may have like government assistance that can pay their premiums for them.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Linda. So that's another good thing. So, there are a lot of different levels, I'll say, Medicaid, especially dealing with your Medicare. You have the Medicaid level. You could
Hmm.
qualify for full assistance. You could qualify for partial. And with that, the state will help pay, that Medicare Part B premium. Also, you can get the extra help with your prescription drugs. That it's a lot of information out there. Sometimes we just don't know. That's why it's good to have somebody, that is educated in that area that can, help show you the ropes.
Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly because I think it was called Qualified Medical Benefit,
Yes.
QMB. So Ed actually qualified. That's the one thing, praise God. That was the one thing that he did qualify. He qualified to have help with his Medicare premium for his Part B premium, and he also qualified to have help with his Part D premium.
Yes. And
And he was on.
with that QMB you're talking about, you can get free transportation, free over the counter products. There's usually no copays involved. So it's a lot of things involved that maybe some just don't know about it, but I would be happy to help you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Medical supplies and drugs, over the counter drugs. And there are so many plans. I mean, there are so many plans out there right now. And Blue Cross Blue Shield, the local plan, just started back doing Obamacare. So we
Yes.
have plans, people getting back in the game to help people with their insurance. And that's why I really, 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 really wanted to do this. We tried to do it a few days ago and it went bonkers. And so, but I knew the information was important. I knew that the timelines for these open enrollments was coming to, a fast close. And so now tell us, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so there are several ways that you can get in touch with me. So first of all, I'll give you my telephone number. So that's going to be area code 423-503-7350. Or if you don't want to call, you can also email me, and it would be Susan, that's Susan, middle initial M, last name Freeman, Freeman, at att.net. And if you want to go online to my website, there you can answer the questions. If you're interested, that link comes directly to me, and I do reply back to you within 24 hours. That will be www.smf-enterprise. That's enterprise.com. So either one of those ways, you can contact me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you and the thing about this open enrollment period is if you're dissatisfied with a plan and you just want to investigate if there's a better plan out there for you, because this is the time, the open enrollment period is when they let you change without penalty, right?
That's exactly right. I encourage everyone. I've had some that say, "Oh, I've been on my plan for 10 years," but guess what? In those 10 years, things have changed. You go to the doctor, you say, "Oh, I thought my copay was $20." Well, that was 3 years ago. So it's just always good to just sit down, even if you don't do any changes, to just go over, your benefits, your copays, your deductibles. That's very, very important because you don't want to get stuck for another year. You wait till the following enrollment. It starts that effective January the 1st, 2020 is when that change will become effective.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, and if you are so a lot of my followers are small business owners, and they're either working in the entrepreneur space full time or part time. But some of them may need insurance for them and their employees. So
Yes.
you can actually handle the group insurance as well, right?
Yes, I do handle the commercial and the private side. So that small businesses, large group, to your liking. That's a little more, you can contact me and we can, go over that and everything. But yes, I do. So there is no limit, whether you're an individual or you're a corporation or you're a small business or a private owner. Yes, I can service you.
Absolutely. Yeah, all in one. Everything
Yes.
insurance. I love it. I love it. Because people, I mean, because I want this whole, the Business Plugs Mixer is about introducing new concepts, new thought processes, new resources to the people who follow me because they look to me to find solutions. I'm LS&B Solutions, right? They call me the
Yes.
business plug.
Yes.
So I have to plug them into people that I know that are of the level of of expertise in their fields, like I feel like I am in this field.
Yes.
So I know when everything insurance, I am always pitching your way because I know that how they'll be treated. First of all, no, I know the customer service is like no other, and I know that they're going to get fair and they're going to get exactly what they need, and it's not about an oversell.
That's
Because
exactly.
sometimes people just want to sell insurance so they can get a bunch of plans done for the commission on their side. But the whole time since 2011 that I've known that you were doing this, you have always been upfront and honest with them and telling them, no, this is not the right plan for you. Let's
Yes.
look at another plan. And
Yeah.
it's not about trying to get them the most expensive plan out there to put money in your pocket. It's about making sure that when they go and present their card at the doctor's office, that they can handle what the results are. I
That's
love it.
exactly right, Linda,
I
because
love
there
that.
have been times where, after I went through everything, I tell them, you don't need to do anything. What you have is one of the better fits for you. You just have to walk away. You want to help, customers and individuals make an educated decision. And the beauty of it is with me is I'm not just selling one particular carrier, insurance carrier. I'm licensed to sell at least with 9 or 10 of the local carriers. So I'm not biased over one company or the other. It's all about your needs.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. That is good stuff. That is great stuff for the folks who are following me. So I'm going to get your information and put it on the top of this post. And
Okay.
if you all have comments or questions, I'm going to look at my phone to make certain. This is the time to ask your questions. If there are comments or questions that you would like to have asked, Susan, then this is your time to put it out there to her. If you have any questions, any comments, even after we're finished, if you come up with some questions or you think about, oh, yeah, I should have asked this when they were on there, then you can still post your question here. Both Susan will be tagged in this. And so, therefore, even though we are ending the feed, she'll still get your question. So
Yes.
we'll make sure that you get answers because again, I am LSMB Business Solutions. So I help people find solutions. And
Yes.
today our solutions are in insurance solutions. We're providing you some solutions to help you so that you're not out here because it's very important that you don't sleep on these two
Yes.
open enrollments if you need insurance coverage or if you have questions about insurance coverage. I've had took me forever, ever, ever to find the feed. I finally but yeah, but if you have questions, if you have comments and questions, go ahead and post them. I can see them now. I can see them now, and we'll make certain that we cover them. Again, if you're watching this in the replay, please put hashtag replay, and we'll know that you're watching it in the replay. Post your questions, post your comments. Also, before we close, I want to show you about this book. So, I'm doing building your own business, and I have a whole brand coming out on Friday is Black Friday, sale next weekend. And
Yay.
so I have a whole special for people who want to start businesses. This book is available on Amazon. I'm going to put the link to it in this as well. I'll also put the LSMB Business Solutions information out there. But if you have questions about business entrepreneurship, if you have questions about insurance, then this is where you need to be. So I'm going to put all the links to the contact information that you need here. My name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. And today I plugged you in to my girl, Susan M. Freeman of Susan M. Freeman Enterprise. If you have insurance needs, then you need to make certain that you listen to this and then post your comments or inbox her here on Facebook. We aim to help you to find
Yes.
solutions to your insurance problem.
Yes.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yes. All
So yeah,
right.
so if they have questions about insurance, if they don't understand something, you offer EOB assistance? That a service? Is that a
Well,
service you provide? That's how I got my godmother.
well, yes, most definitely. All of that. Just explain all the different little terms, but sometimes those terms are hard to, understand on the explanation of benefit.
Absolutely. So if insurance leaves you like it does most people, totally confused, then please reach out to my girl and she'll provide you some solutions. Okay. But yeah,
Yes.
again, thank you for joining us here. I am so glad you said yes to the invitation.
And thanks
And
for
we
having me.
will, yeah, we'll post your information here. So we'll see you next time on the Business Plug Mixer. But today, I just plugged you in to Susan M. Freeman Enterprise. You guys have a great evening. And if you'll just hold on, Susan, after we
Okay.
finish, then I will talk to you on the other side of this.
Okay. Thanks,
Have a great
everybody.
bye, everyone.
Bye.